Welcome back to the Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop. I'm Skip, and today we have another Hot Wheels Redline restoration. On the shop floor today, we have this Hot Wheels custom silhouette. It's a real sharp little car. It's got the lime green. You can notice, though, that the tires are a little bit worn. Maybe we can do a little bit to it. It's not too bad, really, but there are chips and places in the paint, so we will be taking it, putting it in the stripper. It is missing the dome window glass piece, whatever you want to refer to it as, but I was able to pick up one at Second Chance Redlines, and that'll fit in there, and so we'll get going. I've already taken and tapped and drilled the casting, so we'll just take it apart and look at all the pieces. Well, here we are with our little Hot Wheels Silhouette Sweet 16 car, all taken apart. The car itself isn't in all that bad a shape, but there is some little flea bites and a little bit of play wornness and stuff like that on there. The tires are pretty good. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to save them or not. We'll take a little bit of a look at that to see, but definitely the base is going to have to get into the stripper and go from there. As you can see, same thing with the top, the body itself. It's all got little flea bites and things, and so that's going to also need to get a date with the stripper. We've already drilled and tapped out the post for that. The engine, maybe I can just get away with just doing some Molotov chrome on that. It's a little bit scratched up though, so I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that a little bit closer and see what we're going to do. Interior, not bad. It's steering wheel, everything's there. It's all in place. Oops. So let's get this car as a stripper and see what we're going to do. Okay, we're back. Now, typically whenever I take and strip one of these cars, I just dip it right into the citrus strip and go with it. But because this one is a base and it has these little bearing things on the axles, I'm going to do something. I went back to see. I watched a couple guys that did some restoration. One of them is Paul over at Diecast Graveyard, and I think his was the best suggestion. I took a little bit of that Tamiya tape, and I taped off the bearings because I don't want any of this. I'm going to use just a very little bit of this stripper. Usually it doesn't take too much anyways to get off the paint. This older paint comes off relatively easy if you let it sit and stuff like that. But I wanted to use the brush instead because I want to try to just keep everything I want to try to keep everything from getting on those bearings. I'm not sure exactly what the citrus strip might do with that. If I was going to redo the whole, if I was going to just paint the cast in the same color, I probably wouldn't be too worried about it. I probably would have just saved it because, like I said, it was in pretty good shape. But I think where I'm going to change the color to a different Spectra Flame, I think I'm just going to use this. I'm trying to put as light amount as I can on there to see what it is, and hopefully that tape will have protected it. I do have other plastic bearings I can put on there should those go, but I really hope that this will take care of it. And here you can see I've got the top into the citrus strip, and it's starting to strip off. So let's move on. Typically when you strip a casting, it has more of a grayish look like this truck has right here. But this is really something. Once I took the paint off of this silhouette, both the base and the casting really came up. Doing just a little bit of shining, probably not much of anything. It was really interesting how that came out like that. So that's great. Be ready for paint. Okay, here we have all our parts to our Hot Wheels Sweet 16 silhouette. Cleaned up the interior. That came out pretty nice. Cleaned up nice. Had to just touch up a little bit of Molotov chrome on this engine. Got the great new windshield from Second Chance Redlines. New mediums on the back. Smalls on the front from Second Chance Redlines as well. Got the casting all painted with Retroflame yellow from Second Chance Redlines. So I guess we're all ready to put this thing together. And here is my fully restored Sweet 16 Hot Wheels Silhouette. The original Hot Wheels model was designed by Harry Bradley, and the real world car was designed and built by Bill Cushenberry, starting with a modified 56 Buick frame. This real world car was candy apple red, and it was completed in the summer of 1962. It had a fuel-injected engine and wire wheels, and then in '63 these were replaced with a dual quad 429 engine and slotted mags. The car was purchased by Ford to tour with its ICAS events, and it was stolen in 1983, never to be recovered. This casting is a U.S. casting with new Redline wheels, clear canopy, and Retroflame yellow paint from Second Chance Redlines. This is number 7 of my Sweet 16 restorations, and I'm really enjoying this. And I enjoyed this project and learning about the silhouette, and I hope you did too. And as always, thanks for stopping by the shop.